Hi, this is George Sandmann, and I'm the founder and CEO of Growth Drive, which is your playbook for building a thriving advisory business. Now, Growth Drive's mission is to invest you, the business advisor, with knowledge, tools, and support you need to deliver killer client results. And our vision is to impact $1 trillion dollars of middle market businesses and help them move into three dimensions of business growth using your services. So, our strategy is to support you as you work with your clients and to help you deliver client wins, deliver killer client results. Now, we know that you want to build a thriving advisory business, and we hear from your colleagues every day because it's hard. You want to build a thriving advisory business, but you don't know how. And you've tried all sorts of biz dev, and let's face it, marketing's been a bit of a bust. Why has it been a bust? Because you need to do something different than the 1.1 million other management consulting firms against whom you're competing. You're out in the market, you have the expertise, you know you can make a difference with your clients, but your clients see a sea of consultants, and this is you. You're trying to stand out. You're trying to market against that sea of information. Now, here's the problem with marketing. Marketing delivers leads. Leads need to be converted into engagements. Engagements need to be delivered, and we need to make sure our clients end up being very happy that they met us in the first place, and they keep us around for years, right? So with a marketing solution, you have a chicken and an egg problem. And the chicken and the egg problem is that marketing typically doesn't come with a sales process with client-facing deliverables, strong standard operating procedures that you will use to win, execute, and deliver, help your clients move from their status quo to their growth goal. And importantly, do it in a way that creates a very happy client, that creates high customer satisfaction. Now, this engagement timeline I'm showing you is a timeline that you would apply in a client engagement, right? And let's talk about these three dimensions of business growth for a sec. Predictable profits and cash flow. You need cash to grow a business. Predictable profits and cash flow will help you prevent your marketing leads from going down the drain. Now ask yourself, what if you never had to market yourself again? And that's where Growth Drive comes in. Growth Drive is your playbook for building a thriving advisory business. And let's remember that word playbook as we continue to talk. So Growth Drive is knowledge, tools, and support. Because marketing can't build a thriving advisory business. Marketing can simply deliver leads. But if marketing can't help you build a thriving advisory business, what will? Knowledge. Knowledge will. Because strong standard operating processes are in the Growth Drive playbook, and delivering those SOPs delivers high customer satisfaction. And if you think about all the good that comes from highly satisfied customers, you'll understand why this is where you should be focusing. You should be focusing for your own business, and you should be helping your clients focus. All the things that need to be in place to deliver happy customers, happy clients are in the Growth Drive playbook. Killer client results, happy clients, long-term engagements. You're going to get referrals. Your strategic COIs are going to be happy. By the way, we have a strategic COI qualifying tool. Your clients will be telling their friends, families, relatives, killer client results will make all the difference for you. Now, Growth Drive has a process for driving predictable cash flow that you will deploy with your clients to create predictable cash flow for them, predictable growth, revenue growth, and importantly, predictable transferable value. Okay, and they may not care about the transferable value today, but as you know, one day they'll care very deeply. Now, why do we say dimensions? Because you can move in all three areas at the same time. For example, if you create predictable profits and cash flow for your client, if you know which levers to pull in the business, which objectives and key results need action to create predictable profits and cash flow, you will have created a business that's easier to run. You will also have created a business that is the launch pad for growth, right? That's generating the cash it will need to invest to grow. And when you create a business that has predictable cash flow, do you think you've impacted the value of the business? You bet you have. You bet you have. And predictable transferable value is the ultimate measure of business success. The growth drive process you will use to educate your client about what they need to do to get the success they want. And let's game this out. Imagine you have a client with $1.7 million of EBITDA, and the range of multiples for their industry is 2 times earnings to 6 times earnings. They're at the lower end of the range of multiples, 2 times earnings. So the business is worth $3.4 million. Now your client needs the business to be worth $20 million. At $1.7 million, once they learn that the business is worth 3.4, what do they think they're going to have to do to revenues in order to reach their $20 million goal, right? It's a Maalox moment. But as a growth driver, you understand how to make the purposeful link between revenues and value. You understand the profile of a business that will be able to monetize at the top end of the range of multiples. So by doubling earnings from 1.7 to 3.4 million, you are actually moving the needle on value by 600% from a $3.4 million business to a $20 million business. And ask yourself, what will your client think when you deliver these kinds of results? What are they going to? Are they going to evangelize for you? You bet they are. What will your centers of influence think? Are they going to keep bringing you business? You bet you are. Do you think that if you can deliver these kinds of results, you are going to need to spend time marketing? I would posit the answer is no. The growth drive playbook begins with the growth conversation. And the growth conversation is designed, and there's a script in the playbook, is designed to help you create a very clear understanding of your client's growth goal, and importantly, to make the emotional commitment, the personal commitment between where they are today and where they want to be tomorrow, so that they're not just professionally committed, but emotionally committed, because they know the impact this is going to have on their family. Working with you will have on their employees, on their legacy, on the impact they'll have on their stakeholders, their suppliers, their community. And it all starts with a business that is strong in all three of the dimensions of business growth. Now, you saw them on a timeline because the first thing we want to do is make sure the business is generating the cash it will need to grow. We then want to create sustainable growth, all the while making that purposeful connection between revenue and value. And help your client, educate your client to understand that working with you has a high ROI, the more complex the case becomes. So if they work with you, you are going to be able to deliver a higher and higher ROI. You move from $1 of revenue, of net new revenue, to $6 of value working with you. And business owners, we all would love to work a little less. We'd like a better work-life balance. You'll hear that from clients all the time, right? So they're also going to understand that working with you is going to create operational freedom, create a business with predictable profits and cash flow. Think about what that does for the CEO. It moves them from a business that is highly dependent on them being there all day, every day, to a business that is from which they have high freedom and that they can work on their own terms. So now you have a client that has a business that's humming, that is a better work-life balance, and that is becoming wealthier, and that has the ability to democratize that wealth into their stakeholders. How would that client feel about you? Because if you deliver client wins like this, your clients are going to be thrilled. Ask yourself, will you ever have to look for clients again? Will you ever have to invest in marketing again? Killer client results drive a thriving advisory business, and this can be you delivering high client satisfaction. The premise behind Growth Drive is that if we give you these standard operating processes for moving the levers in a client's business, the objectives and key results they need to put in place to reach their goals, you're going to have thrilled clients and you're going to have a thriving advisory business. So I'd ask you to ask yourself in 2023, is what you're going to do same, or is it going to be different? Are you going to do something net new? You should consider becoming a growth driver. We have a launch course being offered in January. That launch course is designed specifically to have a minimum impact on your very busy world. It's designed for busy professionals just like you. In the launch course, you're going to learn how to lead the growth conversation. You'll learn about the 3 dimensions of business growth, tips and techniques for execution. By the way, even if you have no interest in leading a client from where they are, right? If you simply want to create their growth, their strategic growth project plan, you're going to understand what goes into successful execution. Very, very important when the design phase, right? All of this is built on the shoulders of giants. There's an optional certification class in February down in Charleston, South Carolina. It is a ton of fun and huge value. We get rave reports. And our entire community has a proven support system that includes master classes, proposal writing workshops, strategic growth project plan writing workshops, deliverables, biz dev. There's a marketing cooperative. Everything you need to grow your advisory business. And importantly, the launch course, when you sign up for the launch course, you'll get a copy of the playbook. The playbook is your desk reference for growing client profits and value. It has scripts, step-by-step instructions, templates, project planning, graphics, tools, book summaries for all of the courseworks, and more. Guys, it's a very, very valuable resource. And when we say built on the shoulders of giants, we pull from the best thinking available in the market. Vern Harnish and Scaling Up, Gino Wickman and Traction and the US system, Alan Weiss's excellent work, including $1 million consulting proposals. How do you write an effective proposal? Culture Code, Culture Eats Strategy for Breakfast. Let's look to an expert. Let's look to Dan Coyle for how to help our client create a strategic culture that is going to help them move their business from where it is today to where they want it to be tomorrow. Now, becoming a growth driver is easy. We're going to do a launch course preview. Get your phone out, scan this QR code. It's going to take you to the registration page for a preview that we're having on Wednesday, the 6th at 12 Eastern. You can email me, George at growth-drive.com. There's our URL right there. And register for the preview. If you can't attend, no problem. We'll send you the recording. There are discount packages available. And heads up, we're going to have a pricing increase in the first quarter of next year. So if this is something you're thinking about adding to your practice, you will be able to save a significant amount by participating now. You have my email address, george at growth-drive.com. I'm always happy to help with questions. Thank you, and I'll see you on Wednesday at the preview.